Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here. Before we get into the video, I just want to make a quick apology that it's been 2 months since my last upload. I just feel like when everything was happening with Corona, which it still is again, I'm in Victoria, so we are in lockdown again, which means I'm not able to work. I just felt really unmotivated. But I really love this video and I really want to get it out for you guys. So if you're interested to see how I created this really nice orange pink sunset vibes eye look, then just keep on watching. So the first thing I'm going in with is just some micellar water on a cotton pad just to go over her skin, just to make sure there's no like oil or dirt or any of that. And as you can see, her skin is really, really beautiful. Then I'm filling in her brow. So I'm taking the Morphe brow cream, I'm pretty sure it's called, in the shade Hazelnut, and I'm just using this on a Morphe eyebrow brush. And as you can see, her eyebrows are already really nice and full, so I just wanted to add just a little bit more definition and fill in any gaps, but I really wanted to keep the eyebrows quite natural but just a little bit more defined in the sparse areas. So once they're lightly filled in, I'm going in with my P. Louise base in the shade 2 and carving out her brows, just the underneath, to get them nice and sharp and crisp. I love doing this part. I feel like it's so satisfying to watch, and I feel like it really does shape the eyebrow and shape the whole eye look when you carve out the underneath of the brow. I feel like as well it helps you like see like if you filled in the eyebrow enough or not, because I feel like when it's not carved out, they still sort of look kind of like sparse and you can't really see the shape, but as soon as you carve them out, I feel like it makes them look a million times better and it helps you see if you're happy with like the shape and everything. So yeah, I really love doing this part. I feel like it's so satisfying. And then I'm taking the rest of the base and just putting it all over the lid. So I wanted this look to really pop since we're using like bright pinks and oranges, so that's why I like to use this shade, because as you can see it's quite light but it's not like crazy white on her lids. And I'm just tapping it all over, and as you can see it covers any type of redness, any veins, literally anything. It's like the best eye base. I don't know what I would do without it. And then next we're going with the eyeshadow. So for the whole eyeshadow I only pretty much use like 3 shades, and I use the Be Perfect Carnival XL Pro palette. So the first shade I'm taking is a shade Lit, which is just a nice bright orange, and I'm taking the pink. I can't remember what the pink shade is called, but it's just a neon pink, and I'm just putting that next to the shades. And then all I'm doing is going back and forth and lightly softening them with like a peachy color. So I wanted both the shades to blend together, but I obviously wanted to still see the definition of the pink and the orangey shade. So I'm just blending them, making sure they're really nice and opaque and then really nicely blended together. I didn't want any harsh lines or any of that. And then I'm just going ahead and doing the exact same thing on the other eye. So starting with the orange and then going with the pink next to it. And for this part, I'm just using Morphe brushes. I'm just using ones that are quite flat and not super fluffy, because I really want to pack on the color. And then when I'm softening the edge, I'm using a slightly more fluffier brush and a lighter hand so I can get that nice blend up the top. And obviously as you blend, it's really important to make sure you're going back and forth with the shades to make sure they're at the intensity that you like, because obviously as you blend, you lose some of the pigment. So it's really good to keep layering the eyeshadows until they're as dark as you want them. So this look was actually pretty quick because I literally was only using 2 shades, and then I went into cut the crease. So for this, I'm taking the P. Louise base, and for this look I'm doing a full cut crease, which I literally never do. I always do half cut creases, but because Jade has such lovely like big lid space, I was like, why not use it and do a full cut crease? And I feel like it's nice to make the look a little bit more, I don't know, a bit more like creative, a little bit different. So as you can see, I'm just doing that. I left pretty much all of this in so you guys can see how I cut the crease. So I'm using a nice stiff synthetic brush, and it's quite, I feel like it's quite small. You can use a bigger one, but I feel like because I never do full cut creases, I want to use a small brush and make sure I was happy with the look. And I tend to do patting motions and then filling in the whole lid. You want to make sure you don't have a super thick layer of the product on the eye, just because especially if you're layering pigments on top, you don't want it to be super thick and then crack on the lid. So for that outer edge, I'm making sure I'm just tapping it out with my finger, because this product does dry down. You don't want to accidentally leave like a sharp edge and then you can't blend it out later because it's already dried down. So that's what I did, just tapped it out, and now I'm going and doing the same thing on the other eye, cutting the crease. I feel like I really like this shape of eye look. I feel like it gives me more like festival vibes, like especially because it was so bright. Like I just wanted to do something I'd never done before, and I am really obsessed with how it turned out. So I like to do the first part of the cut crease first, and then the elongated bit, and I just keep on doing it to make both the sides as even as possible. And then here I'm just going with a clean like concealer type brush, flat brush, and just tapping over that eye base. Like I said earlier, I don't want any thick clumps of product. I want it to just be nice and smooth. And now I'm going in with some of the Too Faced glitter glue and popping that all over. I always use Too Faced glitter glue with any pigments. It literally makes them stick and pop so well. And I'm just doing that on both the eyes, making sure I don't go over like the cut crease line or anything, because obviously it's glitter glue. You don't want to wreck your look. And then for the pigment, I'm going in with Peaches Makeup Hollywood. As you can see, it's just a really beautiful like gold shimmery, but it's got like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like gold, but it's not like a dark pigment. It's really, really light. And in photos and stuff, it just looks really stunning because it doesn't have too much color behind it. And I thought it went really nice with the pink and orange. So yeah, I'm just tapping that all over. And as you can see, because we've used the glitter glue, we don't have like any fallout on the face, which is really handy with glitter. And now I'm just lining her lash line with the Eye Studio gel liner by Maybelline. I love this stuff. And then I just went in and popped on some lashes. These are actually from AliExpress, and they're really, really nice, and I feel like they cost me like $2. So I'll leave the link in the description box, so definitely get on those. And now we're going in with foundation. So I'm using my NARS Natural Radiant in Stromboli mixed with my Tarte Face Tape in 35G, so both like fake tan shades. As you can see, a nice golden yellow undertone. That's what I love for fake tan. Obviously now you can see it looks like a bit yellow for her neck, but when you do bronzer, powder, blush, all of that, it ties in really, really beautifully. For me and for my clients, I just personally like the look of a more yellow or olive undertone compared to like pink or orange or any of that. I just feel like it's a lot more flattering, and I'm just applying it with a brush and then going over it with a Model Rock Base Maker sponge. I use this to make sure it's really pressed into the skin and to make sure there's no streaks from the brush and we don't have like a thick layer, as this absorbs any excess product. And then next we're going to be concealing, so I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade 27S and popping that under the eyes. As you can see, I don't bring the foundation all the way up just because this is such a full coverage concealer. You don't need the foundation under there, otherwise it gets way too heavy under the eyes and then you're going to get more creasing. So I leave that just for the concealer, and then I put it all the way down the center of her face too, and go back in with that Model Rock Base Maker sponge and blend it all out. I love using a sponge to blend out my concealer because then I feel like it soaks up some of the product, which is what I want. Like I don't want it to be super thick, especially under the eyes where people normally crease, and this sponge is really good. It's so soft. I definitely recommend the Model Rock sponges. Are also really, really affordable compared to buying like a $30 beauty blender. These you can get in like packs for like $30, so they're really, really good. And as you can see, it's covering all that redness and anything like really, really easily. That's why I love this concealer, because even though it is so full coverage, you don't need a lot for it to cover everything, which is really good. And now I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder and using this to really press it into the under eyes and make sure all those areas where I put the concealer are nice and set. I feel like this powder is so good because it's just so blurring compared to other powders. Like I feel like as you can see on one of the eyes, it just looks so nice and blurred and just like flawless, and it really stops creasing and all of that. So yeah, I'm really pressing that in under the eyes and just all over where we put the concealer. And then for the rest of the face, I'm taking my MAC Studio Fix powder in NC30. You guys know I love this stuff to set foundation. It's unreal. Like the color is perfect for fake tan. It just adds that little bit more extra coverage, makes your makeup last longer. It definitely is a very mattifying powder, but I feel like that's fine because I go in with like glowy blush and setting spray and stuff. So I'd rather the base be matte and set rather than not set. And now we're going to be bronzing, my favorite part. So I'm taking MAC, I think I took MAC Give Me Sun, and I'm putting this all over her face, like literally all over, on the cheeks, around the perimeter of the forehead, down the sides of the nose, under the lip, under the jawline. I feel like I love my clients to be super bronzed. Like I feel like it's just so flattering. Like I prefer a nice bronzy look rather than like a cool toned ashy like contoured look, and I feel like bronzer sculpts the face anyway, so you don't even need to do like a cool tone contour. As you can see, the bronzer did look a bit harsh, but when you blend it out, it looks stunning. And now I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Island Ting bronzer, and this is what I use as my contour, just because it is like a dark shade. Even though it's a bronzer, I just use it to add a little bit more definition to the perimeters of the face. Ew, I just like choked on my spit. That was gross. And now for blush, so I wanted this look to be really blush heavy to tie in with the eyes. Like I just wanted this to be like a fun festival type of look. So for the blush, I'm using my Too Faced Sugar, I think it's called Sugar Peach palette, and I'm using the pink shade. This blush is actually my favorite. I've hit pan, like it's literally empty, so I need to buy a new one. It's just the most beautiful like pink peachy color, and it has like a really pretty gold reflect. And because her face was so matte, I did want that really nice shimmery blush, so this is definitely amazing. And it just adds that nice pop of color to the face. Now I'm taking the same powder and on my sponge again and just carving out those cheeks just to keep the contour and bronze and stuff nice and high up and make sure I haven't gone too far down. I feel like this makes everything look nice and defined, so I'm just going to leave that for a few minutes while I do the rest of her face. So I'm highlighting. I'm using my MAC Hyper Real Glow palette. I love this highlight because I feel like it's intense, but it doesn't like, it's not like that really intense foiled one where it like picks up so much texture. Like I feel like it's just a really, really pretty highlighter, and I'm putting this all over her cheeks, above her brows, in between her brows, not down the tip, just on the tip of the nose, Cupid's bow, just anywhere I want to be nice and glowy. I feel like highlighter is so pretty. It just makes everything look nice and fresh. And then next, because that's majority of the base products done, we're going to go in and set the brow. So now I'm taking the Morphe Brow Gel in Hazelnut. As you can see, it makes her eyebrows look so nice and fluffy. I really, really, really liked this brow gel. I actually do have a discount code for Morphe, so I'll leave that on the screen here, and make sure you guys use it when you're checking out if you want to save some money. So all I did was just highlight her inner corner with the same highlighter, and now I'm lining her waterline with the Inglot 90, is it 95? No, 05, I'm pretty sure. Like pencil, is it pencil? Yeah, pencil liner. It's just like a really nice nude. And then I'm going in and doing the eyeshadow for her bottom. So all I'm doing is taking the pink shade first, and I'm putting this at the front of her eyes because I want it to be like the opposite of the top, and then I'm doing the orange next to it. So I'm just packing this on. This eye look, this whole look literally only took me like 40 minutes. Like it was really quick. Like I was surprised because I think it's not that many shades and stuff, and I loved how it turned out. So now I'm taking the orange, and then I take a fluffy brush and just make sure they're all blended together and nice and smoky and blended out. I wanted this whole look to be really like light and pretty, which I think that it was. And it went really nice with her blue eyes too. And then I'm just dusting off any fallout from those eyeshadows or under the eyes, which is with a clean brush. And then I'm going to go in and put some mascara. This is just like a Maybelline mascara. And I'm coating her top and bottom lashes to make sure everything is nice and dark and black. And then I'm just going to go ahead and dust away that bake. I want to make sure it's dusted away enough so there's no like obvious line, but you just want it to give that nice definition. And then I went in with some more blush just because, yeah, like I said, I wanted this look just to be nice and blush, and I feel like she can pull off a lot of blush too, so I just put that everywhere. And then all we have left is the lips. So to line her lips, I'm taking my MAC Strip Down Lip Liner. This is just like my favorite lip liner of all time. I just really, really love the shade. I know Morphe, I love like Morphe lip liners too, but I just feel like this MAC one is just like, I can't stop using it. But yeah, Morphe lip liners are really good and only $4, so definitely get on that. And then you can use my discount code and save even more money. So yeah, I'm lining her lips, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fill them in just with a gloss. So for the gloss, I use Peaches Makeup Bambi Gloss. You guys know this is like my favorite gloss. I feel like it's just so stunning. It's like the perfect nude. It goes with all looks, and as you can see, I don't even need lipstick underneath it because it is such a already a pigmented gloss, which I love, like that you don't have to put heaps of products underneath. I just take it on a little lip brush and fill in her lips, and look how nice and shiny it is. Like, it's stunning. You guys definitely need to get your hands on it. And then I'm going to set her face with the Morphe Luminous Setting Mist. I feel like I actually really like this. It made the look nice and fresh and glowy. And then I'm going to go ahead and highlight the chest. You guys know I love to do this. So I'm taking my Mecca Liquid Light Drops in gold, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they would be gold. And I'm putting this all over her chest. I love these drops because it gives that really nice, like, wet look. Like, that's what I want. Like, I don't want it to look glittery or anything. I want it to look nice and wet. And then I spray over some more of that Luminous Setting Mist over her chest. And that is the completed look. I hope you guys love this look as much as I did. Hopefully, I will be uploading more frequently for you guys. I am really sorry that I haven't uploaded in 2 months, but there's just a lot going on in the world. So I hope you're all staying safe and well. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!